All right, enough chicken wing talk. Let's get into the real shit. We have some cool little topics to talk about today. We had this fucking girl, right?
Yeah.
She talked to our lady, old Latinx,
Latina woman,
a Dominican person, speaking about toxicity with men and where it comes from.
Yeah.
Did you see it, Keith? Did you see the video?
I saw it today.
What'd you think?
I thought it's true. I thought it didn't just necessarily pertain to like Latino men. I think it's
a lot of men.
No, I'm not Latina women, mothers, probably black mothers too. But not necessarily.
So wait, let's explain the video. Let's
explain the video. So go ahead, Claudia, break it down for us. Claudia's going to take lead today.
Okay, so essentially what the video was, it was this Latina woman talking about how Latino men tend to be toxic and where they're learning that behavior from, which is usually from their mothers, because their mothers are just covering for them a lot of the time. And the reason why is because these mothers may be also in toxic relationships with their husbands, and it's not relationships that truly show a balance. And so then with the love they have for their son, that's everything they're putting into it. And then since their sons are kind of giving it back in a sense, which their husbands might not be, then that's where all that, like, I have to protect my son at all costs comes from. And a lot of times it's also a way of preventing these sons growing up to do their own thing and to be accountable for their actions, whether right or wrong, doing things for them often, such as like, I don't know, laundry, cooking for them, picking up after them, even when they're like 20 something and you're like, bro, you could do this yourself. So that's essentially what she was talking about in the video. And also that there's still a healing process that needs to happen with Latino men that doesn't always happen.
I can see that.
I don't know. I don't agree with the video.
You don't agree with what she said? What do you think?
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
I think her perception of Latino, in particular to Latino men, it's her perspective of it, right? So it's her encounters, it's her experiences, right? And so I think it's a bold statement, right? It's a bold statement to say that Latino men are toxic because of the way they're treated by their mothers, right? So that's what I'm getting out of it, right? Is the mom is attributing and overly protecting and basically babying the man. And then when they get into a relationship with a woman, they expect the same things from the woman in that relationship, right?
That's not realistic.
I think that there's a bigger problem than that, though, and it doesn't necessarily. It's not only for Latino men. I think that this is a wider spectrum of issues, right? Where there's people, there's just women in general, right? And
you think as women in general?
I think that there's a lot of. I think as a society, we enable men in general to do things and act a certain way, right? And so that's not strictly just Latino men. You get what I'm saying? And so she made that statement for a Latino man because she's probably dating one or was in a relationship with one. And sure, you can call them out, right? You can call. I'm not against it, right? Like, call them out, right? It is to a certain extent true, but there's a bigger thing going on, right? There's a bigger as a society we're enabling men to do these things, right? And that won't change until we change the way we view men, and that's how men are.